your plan is to leave the casino. I will need a singular roll.
All
You
right.
told me I could just leave.
No, that's fine. You're gonna be able to. It just depends on what happens.
I already leveled up.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Again, that's
Your character
all
can still
fine.
die even if you leveled up.
What you're just rolling? I like to
Oh.
see it. What's your strength modifier?
Mine?
Yeah,
Hold
because you
on.
rolled.
+1.
Great, that's fine. You because there's a locked door in between you guys and leaving is really the issue.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
it was the issue until Aridin fucking hulked out and just mashed through it.
Hey,
Worst comes to
yo!
worst, I would have hammered that shit down.
Yes, you would have gotten out. It just might have changed something.
Glad
But
to
no.
see you do something for us.
Yeah, Aridin
Hey.
fucking gets to that door and he's just.
I'm no
Well,
Trent
actually-
Swagger over here.
Aridin, I'm gonna let you choose. Do you just hulk out, or do you use some kind of magic to open it? Like you can kind of play it any way you want. There's no wrong answer here.
Use your
I
Puma.
Clearly, he summons the
Yeah, the
Puma.
Puma is 2-dimensional, slides in the middle, and then all of a sudden it becomes 3-dimensional.
Yo!
It's like how they use the credit cards. They stick it in there and like pull it up through there. That's how it used the Puma.
I use the Puma as a credit card. I love how both Plunger and fucking Bo is like, no, he's using the Puma.
All right, so perfect. You guys, I moved you back to the bar because my assumption was you were headed back there, especially because I know that Nath wanted to get back to Verity. But if you're going anywhere else, let me know. That's fine.
No, I mean, if we're gonna go anywhere, we can do it after we somehow a magic bird or something else pops in front of us and we get our next mission.
Sure.
Quick question, Pat. With our level
But
up, should we have long rested as well?
Yeah, at a level up, everything really resets at a level up essentially. But so-
I gotta so I go to add another class instead of leveling up because now what I was told is I'm now a level 4, but I'm actually a level 3 wizard and a level 1
level
rogue.
1 rogue, correct.
Okay, so add a or another class. Rogue. Oh, I'm only allowed artificer, fighter, and rogue. Okay.
Because so when you subclass like that, certain classes have specific requirements within their the stat blocks that you need. And
Okay.
so if you don't qualify for the piece with your stats, but you do with for rogue.
Okay, so nothing on this thing looks like interactable is all just telling me.
What you get, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, add class.
Yeah, because there's no spells or anything for a rogue right now.
Okay.
You're not gonna like pick anything for
And
that.
then just next through everything.
And the dice, the only other difference too is your health dice. Although I don't know what.
Oh, am I no longer deafened with a long rest?
Yeah, you'll be free from that.
Free.
Yeah, the health dice might change because a rogue might have a lower or higher
maybe.
dice roll than a wizard.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, 1 higher.
Yes, I
Ooh,
didn't know.
Crazy.
I'm also gonna do 1 higher.
I have trust in my players that they're able to figure out their dice. I don't like know it offhand, like some DMs do.
I was
Some-
like,
some people know it all.
The only thing I have off the top of my head is cleric.
That's fair.
I know nothing.
Barbarian 12,
Barbarian is 12. That's
Ranger.
true.
Paladin, and Fighter are all 10.
10.
Everything's 8. Wizard and Sorcerer are
6.
6.
Yeah.
I do believe.
That feels right.
That does feel right.
I think you're off by like 6 on all of those.
6 too low, got it. I'm gonna roll a d16 for my fighter.
that's
Yes.
weird. I did my level up, but it didn't automatically do the long rest.
It doesn't. You have to hit the long rest and then confirm
Okay.
it in. That's why I asked if it was counted as a long rest, because I was still at like half HP and all of my spell slots were used. Minus what I got from a level up.
Alright, I gained 2 HP. Huzzah.
Hooray!
You love to see it.
I'd love to see it.
Listen, it's better than
It's
0
better than
HP.
no HP, am I right?
Well, you should also have your Constitution modifier.
Also,
right?
also,
Whatever that is.
Pat.
Yep. Yep.
I think some people need inspiration. I've yet to hear trivia. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, we
Yeah, we
haven't
got
really
right
started yet.
Oh, at level 4. Oh, wait, because... Okay, so never mind. If you're multi-classing, then you don't get to pick a feat, right?
Nope.
Oh, F. Catch me picking Warcaster as soon as humanly possible.
Valid.
That is literally what I just took with my cleric as well.
Yeah, you need it. You genuinely need Warcaster.
One of the
it's so
best
good.
feats.
So would it have been? Is it better for me to do multi-class or to have chosen a feat?
Yeah, who cares?
Whatever you want to play.
It's whatever you want.
I
You can
just
do
don't. I
that.
don't even know what a fuck feat means or.
So when you get to level 4, you can either, you get 2 points to spend increasing your ability scores, or you get to pick a feat, which is just kind of gives you some other thing. So I pick Warcaster, which gives me advantage on Constitution saving throws when I'm concentrating on a spell. And also lets me ignore essentially somatic components of these spells. So it's easier for me to be hulked up motherfucker.
So, but what happens
Because
if
I
I
don't need
choose
to
a?
wave my hands.
What happens if I choose to level up my wizard to level 4 next time? Do I still not get to pick a feat?
No, you do.
Once you hit
okay.
level 4 with anything,
okay.
that's
Yeah.
when you get the feat. Yep.
Oh yeah, no, my buddy told me absolutely could do the multi-class then. Okay. Because yeah, he says it'll make me not feel so useless, and yeah.
You're not even like useless.
Yeah.
We were
Oh,
just in a situation, the situation I specifically designed my character for because I knew that was where our deficit was.
Well, say that to fucking Nath, yelling at me for doing nothing last mission.
weren't you trying to hit people with Rays of Frost? You did
was.
stuff.
You were trying to hit people.
But Nath was still yelling at me that I was doing
Well,
nothing.
that's because Nate assumed everyone was gonna die.
That's also
Yeah.
because
Also-
Nath was literally
I
face
was-
tanking 2 strong enemies for about 2 hours straight.
That's what I'm saying. Like Nate was just kind of stressed.
I was a little stressed.
Listen, you can't hold Nath accountable for anything that they said during
I
the
was
last
literally
session.
sweating. Like I had to change my shirt because it was wet.
So yeah, now as a level 1 rogue, I have access to light armor, and I get a slight finesse tool capability proficiency.
Probably.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah, because he told me
what
with
was
my high
be.
dexterity and shit like that, that rogue would be my best multi-class.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Yeah.
There's a section on multi-class that explains exactly what you get from it. Because it's not everything, but it's most things that you get
Yep.
at this level.
I think we're gonna skip this one.
For the
Because he
record,
said, like-
I chose to up my scores. I did not choose a feat.
Mistake.
Listen.
Is this like a once every?
Mistake.
Is this like a once every like 10 level thing, or is this?
I think it's every 4 levels, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're a fighter.
Yep.
Then you get it
Then
more
you get-
often.
Then you get more. Yeah, you get fighters feats and stuff. Yep.
Yeah. But being a fighter. No. Fighter is pretty cool.
I think it's
Samurai is really cool.
Just looking at samurai. I don't think it fits with my build, but it is cool.
Probably not, but it's pretty cool.
Okay.
If you really want to just do the classic break the game combo, do the Echo Knight.
I
Echo
will not
Knight
be doing
plus
the Echo
Twilight
Knight.
Cleric, my god. All I'm saying is the amount of bullshit that we could pull off together is
No, that's
legendary.
okay.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you're already capable of pulling off a lot of bullshit. To the point where
Yeah,
Pat is
bullshit.
probably going to send harder things at us as a result of what you can do.
Listen, I specifically.
Did you hear that laugh?
Yes, I did hear that laugh. I specifically made this character with the overall experience and the deficits in the party in mind, okay? You cannot blame me for shining in the situation in which I've specifically designed this character for.
No, it was perfect, honestly. It had enough stress to it that, like, there wasn't I wasn't convinced anyone was getting out, and then it looked like you guys were gonna do fine, and then it didn't look right. Like, no, there was enough stress there. It was perfect. It was the perfect amount.
Again, it was only at that stressful because of fucking Trent Swagger list.
Yeah, well.
Well, yes, actually, that's true. A lot of things happened in part because of Trent, but that's okay.
Here, let me run around trying looting fucking chests while we're in the middle of combat.
Well, to be fair, I thought that, you know...
Why would he hide in a chest in the room?
I don't know. How else could he see us and control that thing?
He sure could be in a chest somewhere. I don't know. I don't care. I left.
Remember, yeah, that door closed as soon as we got out there. In hindsight, that was him sneaking out as soon as we got in, and then we just lost him.
Where was he hiding, though, before?
Can you confirm or deny that, Pat?
Yeah, he could be invisible.
I would say, does anyone, can anyone, True Vision? Does anyone have True Vision to just see through invisibility or anything?
No.
Yeah, I suspected.
No,
I realized, like, halfway through the fight when Trent started looking for him in the room, and Pat, you were like, yeah, you don't see him. I was like, he's not here. He already left.
In fairness, Cam,
So was he like telepathically controlling him, or like he gave him like a set rules to follow, or?
So the
he was just a thug.
I would say, so the Minotaur, he
the Minotaur.
Oh, okay.
The other one.
Oh yeah. The knight's a hired thug.
Oh, okay. Because I thought someone said like, well, he's around here hiding.
That was the initial theory.
Yeah.
So I feel like he was like controlling him like a puppet or something.
No.
Like he knew what was going on in the room and shit like that.
So the Minotaur essentially was you needed a certain item on you that you didn't find because you found where it would have been too late. In his office, you guys went to Quentin's office way too late. But other than that, no. The hired thug was just because Cam had tipped him off to what was happening.
Yeah.
Tipped him off? No, he's just straight narked on us.
No, no. Let us be clear.
I did rolls behind the scene. You almost fought two of those knights and the Minotaur.
Let us be clear. I did not narc on you guys specifically.
You narked on the plan. That's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
It's good enough for me.
I had to roll against Quentin's greed. How much was he willing to spend? Was the question.
Can you tell us, was there actually anything in those chests now that we're gone?
No,
or is
we
that
can
just
still
gonna
go
be left
back
unknown?
tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you anything else about that place because apparently
Okay.
Cam has mentioned possibly wanting to go back.
What in the actual
I do not
fuck,
wanna do that.
Cameron?
It's okay. It's okay.
Trent's on his own.
So, all right, let's get started. Everyone has leveled up effectively.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, Kim requested inspiration. So I'm gonna give you one trivia question that's kind of difficult, and then if nobody gets it, then we'll move to a slightly easier one. All right. Famous day in history. On October 24th, 1904, what did Annie Edson Taylor become the first person to do?
Have Kelly's birthday.
No. She was not the first person to have Kelly's birthday. 1904, Annie Edson Taylor.
Own a land?
No, I like that guess. I like that guess, Jesus. Like, she owned land. No.
I'm pretty sure that's a little bit too early for that. But I don't know. I had nothing else. I said drive a vehicle, but that's definitely too old.
First woman to vote?
There was I'm not going to say
before
vehicle,
women's suffrage.
but there was movement involved.
Oh, ride a horse and buggy?
No.
You said 1904.
1904. All right. I'm just going to give you the answer. She's the first person to survive a trip over Niagara Falls in a barrel.
Good
Nice.
for her.
Yep.
All right, you know what?
Okay.
Fair. I accept that
So-
trivia.
Buffalo area. Cam, I'm hoping that you can get this one, but I'm gonna see if anyone else can beat you to the punch.
Don't give Cam like. If anyone, don't give him.
One of the 7 ancient wonders of the world, the Colossus of Rhodes, was a statue of which Greek god?
Why am I blanking on all the Greek gods right now? The devil.
It wasn't.
No one knows
Colossus of Rhodes isn't Heracles. It's
What's the speedy guy? I don't know. Icarus?
No, Icarus is the one that flew too close to the sun.
Hermes.
Hermes is the
Hermes.
speedy guy you're thinking of. No,
Hermes?
Colossus of Rhodes is that one.
It's something that Cam
that
would know.
one.
The
There you go.
fucking. Oh my god.
Are you thinking of Atlas? Because it's not Atlas either.
That is who I was thinking of. Thank you. Which isn't.
You're welcome.
Greek.
That's what I thought you were going with. No, that's not Atlas. Oh my god, really? Oh man, I thought this was gonna be a gimme.
I haven't thought about Greek mythology since fucking Hercules the show.
Which is also not
God-
Greek.
Apollo.
Okay. God of the sun.
Apollo.
No, Apollo
Helios.
is a sun god, but Helios is
What'd
the
you say,
sun
Bob?
god.
Helios.
It's Helios.
Dang.
Helios is the Colossus of Rhodes. I am shocked. I thought that was an easy one for y'all.
Didn't
But
know
Bo,
that
you
one
can
off the top of my head.
you can take your inspo.
I have inspo still.
Then you can give an
Can I
inspo
have
away.
All right. Well, I guess
Actually-
he's,
I actually helped last game.
all right. If Jesus wants it, Jesus can have it.
Thank you.
I was gonna admit that I did listen. If I didn't get it without a hint, I was like, eh.
Yeah, that all right. Apparently, I just love the ancient wonders. I don't know, man.
That's no hey.
Okay, so
Ooh. I could take blind fighting as my fighting style. And then if an invisible Quentin snuck by me, I would know inherently.
yeah.
I mean, that could be useful for future fights.
It could be. I'm thinking about it.
So
Connors is just gonna go on a fucking mission to find Quentin.
beaten, bruised, some of you almost to death. You're right. Airden crashes through the door. Is able to get it unlocked
With my
very
Puma.
quickly, with his Puma, and you all leave the way you came, through the clown hole,
Clown hole.
and Yep.
Statue in tow, baby.
statue in tow, as you make your way back out and through the streets back towards the tavern. Everyone roll me perception.
Oh. Okay, I've done it.
Glad you guys are getting rid of these rolls so fast.
That's 16 for me.
Cool. Everyone, even though you guys are beaten and tired and exhausted, as you're trekking back, you all kind of notice storm clouds in the distance. Maybe you catch that whiff of incoming rain. I only know what it's called afterwards. It's called petrichor afterwards. I don't know if that's what it's called before.
I think it's just ozone.
Sure, yeah. So, but right, you get that smell in your nostrils. You see a few clouds in the distance. No worry though. You know you'll get back to the tavern quick enough to get in, remain dry, and not even have to rush. As long as that is your main trajectory, I'm gonna ask one last time just to make sure.
That's
that
where
is-
I'm going. And with the 20, may I ask the follow-up question to make sure we're not being followed?
Yeah, no, you're not.
Oh.
You believe you created enough of a commotion, and yeah, with your crit, you get the distinct impression, almost like it's an insight crit as well, that Quentin really he thought you were done in, and might be terrified of you now.
All of the stories I told him were true, damn it.
And so you're not followed. He is, you can kind of get the distinct impression he has no desire to fuck with you at this point. He is going to be licking his wounds and, having lost the actual trophy, may have to give out the fake one, and he hopes that he won't be caught in doing so. So you have, yeah, he is going to be out of commission for quite some time. Yeah. So again, as long as you're making your trek back, you get back to the tavern in one piece, unaccosted, and yeah, you walk in and tell me what you do. You're confronted with a familiar sight. Bartender behind the bar. The baboon still kind of serving beers to people. It's everything you'd expect.
Oh, that's right. Is mine and Connor's or Nath's monkey still alive?
They are. They did not get exploded like one monkey that shall remain named once I decide on it. So we can have a proper burial for his parts. But you don't see Verity. You do know she had retired to her room previously, kind of out of dealing with the anger and disappointment.
Dealing with Trent.
Well, yeah.
We said the same thing.
Yeah. Trent has the statue.
Trent does have the statue.
Okay. Nath is going to put her hand out expectantly.
I'm going to give Nath a high five.
She is not amused in the slightest.
I'm going to go to bed.
Her hand just out expectantly.
Just gonna wander off.
Without giving me the statue?
Yeah, no, I'm going to bed. We're going to deal with the statue in the morning.
Nope. Get your ass over here. Right now. Get over here. Nope.
I would like to back up Faith in this, even though
Nope.
I am dying on death's door.
You get the level up and everything. So nope, you're.
Oh, yeah.
not going to bed.
Once you enter into the tavern, you've leveled up and the long rest has essentially occurred. So y'all are fairly healthy. I won't let you go back to the casino tonight being like, oh, I've leveled up, I can go back. But outside of that situation, yeah, you guys are fully healthy.
Well, then we can make this a PvP situation real quick, can't we?
Yeah, we can.
I'm not saying no to that.
I'm absolutely backing up Nath here. I'm like, motherfucker, you of all people are not keeping that fucking statue.
Oh, of
Hand
course
it over
I am.
now.
Y'all already stole from me. I'm not letting you do it again. We'll deal with this in the morning.
For me, dumbass. I'm taking it to Verity.
Yeah, where's Verity right now?
In her fucking room.
It's probably asleep. It's night.
I'll knock on the door. I think
Let her
Verity
sleep.
is not an it. Thank you very much.
Huh?
You said it's probably asleep.
Oh.
No. Give me a statue. Listen, and you know what? And if I knock on the door and nothing happens, then we can deal with it in the morning. But we're doing it right now.
Is Connors joining us?
He said he was. He didn't move himself, but he did say he was.
Oh, maybe, yes.
I got
Okay,
you. I moved you.
So Trent, we have 3 people here right now asking you.
All of which
hand
robbed
over.
me.
I did not rob you.
I did not rob you.
You were all involved in it, so...
I was given
Only
money
one of us
from
robbed.
Connors.
And I almost died because I imagine we're all still very battered. And this is possibly the bloodiest that Nath has ever looked. She does not look too hot. And she was like, I almost died because of your tip-off. So, we're going to do this my way. Give me the statue.
Now, what is Cam gonna let Connors do? I think we did something right here because I think he was gonna fucking plan something with that tonight.
Who knows? I don't care.
I know. I'm saying this is a great thing that you decided to do this. So Trent, hand over the. He's fucking texting Pat right now.
Yeah, clearly. He's got plans.
Yeah, I know, and it's not going to involve that fucking statue.
I'm just saying that if the statue is not delivered to Verity, Trent is not making it out of here with his legs intact.
I will hand over the bag of holding to Nate.
I would look.
Like, make sure the statue is in there.
It's the Verity's bag of holding.
When did you put it in there?
Nate has the password.
No, I don't, because I didn't read it. Because I am an upstanding citizen, and she didn't want to give it to me. And as soon as you came back, I gave the password back to her, so I did not read it.
Who has the other bag of holding?
Jesus.
I do.
Okay. Can I just look Trent up and down and just make sure I don't see an imprint of a statue somewhere hidden on his person?
Yeah, roll me.
Well, I mean, if this is gonna...
investigation. Yeah, y'all can roll investigation or perception, whatever I guess works best for you.
I mean, if he doesn't hand it over, we can hold him down and strip search the motherfucker.
Is Katarus the only one
Oh.
doing it?
Said investigation or perception?
Yeah.
I don't think Nath is necessarily doing that.
Okay, so it's just these two.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a bug. I'm gonna get it.
Nath, for the record,
gonna
will
get it.
take Verity's bag of holding, though.
Okay, so yep, you take the bag of holding. Katarus and Aridin, you both don't trust Trent to do this at all, and you guys look him up, look him down. Do you pat him down, or is it literally just ocular, like inspection?
Touch me and I stab
I'm just
you.
using my eyes for now.
Yeah, you both have. You can't be sure that it's a statue on him. Trent, I don't remember what armor you're wearing.
I just have
None.
light armor on.
Yeah, so you've just got some light armor, so it's not like super like, you know, it's not rigid enough that you could conceal much like under it. So you both see what could potentially be the statue on his person, but you can't be 100% certain.
Could also be my crossbow.
I'm gonna ask.
Oh, wait.
Trent.
Matt, for the record, is it okay if on our way out I took the great axe and the great sword off the knight? I just realized I wanted to ask you that and I forgot.
So you can have the great sword for free. The great axe is gonna be a strength roll. It was lodged into the wall.
Just strength roll it.
Yeah,
She's
why not?
strong.
It's true.
Gen 1 pet.
I was only 12.
Oof.
Yeah, let's see.
Growlithe? Okay. Yeah, it was really in the wall. So you can't get the axe, but you can have one of the great swords.
Cool. I'm planning on pawning the great sword. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
it. That was my big idea. Was like I could get a little extra gold out of this by taking the cool fucking weapons. So,
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't think it's a bad idea.
I'm so sorry. I was just reminded of that.
No, that's fine.
Well, there was just a lot of commotion at the end of last one. A lot of,
Yes.
well, not a lot of. A single person had very elevated emotions at the end of the last game.
I think we all did. It's fine. Okay.
So yeah.
Sorry. I apologize for the sidetrack.
Right, you were like on your way out quickly, right? You hear Aridin be like, "We gotta go!" Like I got the door open, and you give the great axe a tug, and you're like, like I need a little bit more time. Like I just can't quite grab it on the way going.
Yeah. Okay. Good enough.
But I'm gonna be like Trent. You've already duped us once. There's clearly looks like there could be something in your holding right now that could be the statue. Now, I would have trusted you had you not already given away our entire plan.
Get out of my room.
Not
we gonna
without
have to
the
PvP
statue.
this?
Ken, what's your goal here?
For you guys to leave me alone and let me sleep for the night.
Nope.
You know that
We already did a long rest. We need that
it's not gonna
statue.
happen.
So
Go
we
to
are now
sleep.
again asking you politely to hand over the statue.
This isn't
Before we
polite.
ask you impolitely.
None of
I
this
started
is
asking
polite.
Politely is impolitely is with spells and weapons.
You all left me for dead.
Nope.
Oh my god.
I'm not hearing this shit because that's a bold-faced lie.
You all left me for dead.
Damn, I
Nope.
hope you're
Leave
wrong.
me
That's
alone
my
for
guy.
the night.
Right. Anyway, yeah, fine. If you're not gonna do it, I will pick your ass up and drag you to Verity's door my fucking self.
If that's actually what you're doing, we know what we're doing because it's grappling.
Oh no, I'm giving it. Listen, all I know is that the only
Is that
way
just
that
a threat
he's
right now?
I'm
or-
a threat right now.
Okay.
Is the only way that he is getting at like going to sleep right now is if it's a dirt nap.
Yeah, I said touch me and I hit you. So, you know.
No, I mean, good
if-
luck trying to hit me.
Yeah, and especially with two people to back her up.
I am being nice about this
You have cornered me in my own bedroom. There's no
because
nice
you are
here.
being annoying.
Reasonable. It's
You are
late.
not being reasonable.
Go to sleep.
No, it's not unreasonable to ask
What
you
a
to hand
good
over a
suggestion. How
statue,
many hit
which would
points
take
can I
2
make sleep
seconds.
happen?
She's really trying to be peaceful here.
I could upcast it.
I could also make him fly for a bit. And
Maybe.
Stick him to the ceiling and put him to sleep.
Yeah. If you really want to go to bed, we can make it happen.
It's appropriate music for what's happening right now. Do. We gotta be serious, guys.
I'm gonna get real close to Trent before anything happens and just say,
did stream die?
It does seem like it.
No.
I'll wait for stream to come back before I threaten it.
Yeah, I love it.
Why is stream dead? Am I dead too?
No, we're back.
It's back.
Stream's still showing me death.
It's weirdly delayed.
You've come back.
Yeah, it's because it was buffering for a long time. So
It was buffering.
yeah,
Okay.
test.
It's back now.
I'm just gonna reload. Yeah, if you just reload, it's all good.
Yeah, I just heard myself say that now.
There
I
we go.
dropped 558 frames.
F.
It's only a few.
I'd like to get nice and
Yeah.
close to Trent.
Do so.
And I'd like to say, but we've looked past quite a bit these past few days. But I think at this point, if you keep standing against us, you're not going to stand with us. And I look him up and down, stand for that matter at all for much longer. And I would like to put a hand upon my rapier, just to...
I ready my rod.
Yo.
I think Nath just kind of takes a deep breath and she was like, if I wanted you dead, I would have let you die in there. Many times over. So if you say I have left you for dead once, then the fact that I have saved your life at least
3.
twice, I feel like now we're back in the positives here. If we subtract 1, it's still 1 life you owe me. So let's start be reasonable.
Especially considering that one time wasn't actually a thing. So again, we're being nice about this. Hand over the frickin' statue.
It's
Forward
in the
on.
bag. Now leave me alone.
Mhm.
Yeah. We see something that you're holding back.
I have a lot of things on me right now. There's a lot of things I'm holding back. The most
Let's see all
prominent
of
for
them right
your
now.
purposes is a rapier.
The thing
I'm
is,
simply
you've
not
already
afraid to rape you. It's a terrible threat.
Not to you, it is. To Jesus, it's a pretty solid threat.
Okay,
You think I
so
would not be standing in between
I'm
you?
Here's-
clearly in the back of
Jesus,
this group.
Jesus, roll insight, and Cam, you will roll me either deception or persuasion, depending on what you're doing. But just, again, do it just to me. You can send it through Snap or whatever. That way you're not revealing whether or not you are lying or being honest.
I can't remember if he has good deception or not.
Because we could just argue all night, and I don't want to do that. Your characters would have an idea of what's happening.
What did you say to roll? For me?
If you're lying, deception. If you're being honest, persuasion. Jesus, you rolled that 15 insight?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Plunger has presented you with the argument that he is carrying a lot of stuff, that the statue is in the bag of holding, of which he doesn't have the password, of which you don't have the password. You feel that you have cornered him, you have threatened him, you've appealed to reason, appealed to feeling, appealed to just literally everything you can. He has stood his ground, and has maintained the same story throughout. You believe that whatever you thought was the statue is probably just some other shit that he's got on him.
I can't really meta the game, so you guys, it's up to you guys now.
Yeah, your character believes that. Like, actually, if everyone else wants to roll insight, you can also figure out what your character senses from your conversations. All of you have made some kind of appeal.
At this point, Nath is done with it and would just be like, all right, well, then if you're being honest, then we'll just all go together. Because wouldn't it be so nice to apologize to the person?
Codrus, same thing. You get the sense you're like, you've really pushed him to a corner, but he has stood his ground. So
I would like to know why he put himself in this corner, if I may.
This is my bedroom. I was trying to go to sleep, and you all came into my room and pushed me into a corner.
Well, because we said we're going to be handing. We said we're going to hand over the statue right away.
No, that was never determined.
Yeah, all of us said we were handing it over tonight.
Never was that said last time. That was said by Nath at the start of this, and I said we're doing it in the morning.
I know. And
so
that's what I'm saying.
There's no all.
We are all, us three are saying we're handing that over tonight.
So you might as well come along.
No thanks. I'm gonna stay in my room and go to sleep.
You're gonna come along.
Yeah, sorry, bud. I don't trust you. You gotta come with us.
All I'm saying is, if we do not owe you anything because we left you for dead, do you not owe me something because I did in fact save your life?
I do owe you my life on multiple occasions.
Let's go.
But those can be paid in the morning.
You guys all, you all have pretty decent intelligences, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than forcing Trent, why doesn't one of you just go get Verity to bring Verity into the room?
I'll go do it. I want Nath over here.
Nath staying in the room.
Right. You're not leaving Trent alone, and someone goes to get Verity.
God.
Oh.
No, you don't know where her room is. You don't know where her room is.
All right, I guess I'll ask the bartender if he knows what room Verity is in.
She's a girl. She looks you up. She looks you up and down and goes, "Aha! You must be one of the adventurers that Verity told me about. I've seen you guys talking a little bit, a few times in the corner. She left you this," and the monkey hops over and hands you a note. And it just simply, as you open it and read it, I assume, it kind of just says, "To my adventurers, emergency has popped up. I'll be back in the morning. If you just wait here, I will be able to meet with you tomorrow. Whether or not you are able to be successful in your mission, I do wish to see you again.
All right, I guess I'll go back to the room and relay said message.
Yeah, you can show the note. It's written in Verity's handwriting. You've seen it. Like it's
well,
it's
yeah, like I said, I'm relaying the message.
Yeah, I know. I'm just letting you know, like, as everyone looks at it, like, it looks.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, no. Hey, listen, I was going to say, I don't distrust Aridin. But I don't know if Nath wants to leave him alone. In his
I say on the bottom, it does also say, P.S. The tab's open for you if you make it back before closing.
This does ring a bell for Aridin. So Nath's in here, so I'm gonna go enjoy the vibes. I'll let Nath handle this. If I hear commotion, I'll come back.
Yeah. I mean, you're free. You're free drinking.
Hell yeah.
She's not drinking. This is some serious business
And
moments in her life.
A tipsy Aridin might, get a bit trigger happy.
I'm also not drinking. I would like to keep eyes on Trent for the night, just in case.
We'll roll drunkenness if you need to, Jesus.
My goodness.
I do have magic missile, and that does not miss.
Well, don't miss.
After all the bullshit and harassment, look at that. Go the fuck to sleep.
But why do you mean
And I'm gonna go to the bar and I'm gonna get a drink.
I am gonna move down here now.
I have no choice but to, in fact, tail this man. She's not drinking though.
Yeah, I say when you guys go up to the bar, if everyone kind of goes to the bar or around it, right? Tamara, the bartender, she kind of is like, and she kind of points to the monkey, and she goes, Lou, go get everyone drinks. And the monkey does start kind of bringing drinks to people.
Oh, who died?
Oh.
Jesus, no.
He had such a good run.
He had such a... The alcohol got him, man.
My DC stream died.
Well, anyway, well, he is having an alcohol, so he takes the drink from Lou, and Lou comes around and gives you guys drinks as well, or is offering them to you.
I want to actually flag down the bartender.
Tamara sees you. You're hard to miss.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's gonna be like, so
is something wrong?
We've recently come into possession of some monkeys. I don't know what to do with monkeys, but you seem to have this kind of down pat.
Well, with Lou, I do. We kind of grew up together. I can't speak to any other monkeys.
Uh-oh.
And do you still have it with you?
I imagine that we do.
Welcome back, Jesus.
What did I miss?
Nothing. Literally nothing.
I
was talking about monkeys.
I'm not trying to sell the monkeys. I just want someone who can take care of the monkeys, because I cannot take care of the monkeys. And actually, I mean, I guess if she can't, if she does not want to take care of the monkeys, my plan for at least one of the monkeys was to, in downtime, go back to her church and be like, all right, here you guys, I'll have a monkey.
Yeah, so Tamara's like, I don't know what we do with one. If you need some food for it though, and she starts rummaging through some of she's got the orange slices and shit like that on the behind the bar, and she hands it to the monkey she's comfortable, right?
Yeah.
And the monkey not greedily, but really happily kind of takes it, and just kind of starts dripping juice, orange juice, on you as it eats this.
I will tolerate
orange
this
slices.
because this monkey's had a hard day.
Yeah, it's not a lot, right? It's just little bits of drops. Your shoulder might be slightly sticky.
It's fine.
It mixes with the blood.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. If anything, it could only make it cleaner. Right?
It smells better. That's accurate.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I guess then that's. She will, at the very least, start up the conversation with the party as to what they want to do with the monkeys, and will relay her plan and be like, "All right, listen. Like, I guess I could take them back to the guild, I guess, and and I mean, they know monkeys there. God, I've seen so many people with trained monkeys.
The deal was bring them to trees.
Kind of a common trick, actually.
Everyone else has been provided alcohol by Lou.
I mean, if I remember right, before I wasn't this place like, don't they have like monkey servers?
Yeah, Lou's
Yeah,
the
that's
baboon.
Lou.
Okay, and
He's a baboon. He's not like a little monkey.
Yeah.
Just do they not want some friends?
That's
So-
what you missed.
Tamara,
Jesus.
yeah, you missed. Tamara explained that she grew up with Lou, and so they kind of have this bond. It's not that she's really good with monkeys.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's just kind of a special guy. So
Yeah.
that's.
He's a special guy.
Do you
Yeah,
guys
that's what
still
Nate
have
will
both of
end
your
on.
monkeys with you?
Yeah,
I
they didn't
don't know what
explode
else we would
theirs.
have done with
I
it.
assume mine ran away at some point.
If you let him go, he might have.
Yeah,
Um,
I wasn't trying to.
Let's see what happens.
I feel like.
Yeah, the dude's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Well-
no, I feel like I would have been like, I don't.
I mean,
think
I
there's
wouldn't
any
have
place
stopped.
for a monkey.
Nath, yours would have stayed if you wanted it to. If you shoot him away,
I
he'd
will
leave.
No, I'll keep him.
Okay.
I think he could live a good life.
At this point, I've finished my drink. Nath, are you drinking yours?
No, I'm not drinking.
I'm taking Nath's.
I don't
Okay.
have a drink for you to take.
No, Lou offered you one. If you didn't take it,
Oh,
Lou
I
comes
would
back.
have shooed Lou away, and I would have been like, water.
I say Lou actually, even if you didn't, Lou was coming back with the water once you didn't
Oh.
take the alcohol.
Thanks, Lou.
Um,
What a
hey,
great
Lou-
guy.
Lou over here knows what's up. He's
Lou knows
not
what's
about.
You know,
So yeah, I will let you take the water if you really want it. But
And I'll say same thing with. I know that Cotterus, you said you weren't drinking as well. So if you shoot, kind of like no, thank you to the alcohol, he does bring you a water as well.
Cool.
I'm good with my one. I'm good with my one drink.
But yeah, but no, she's
Not raging
as long
tonight.
As long as everybody is okay with that, that's kind of like her plan for the monkey.
I mean, do you want me to just ask the monkey what it wants?
Well, no.
Okay.
As you guys are having this conversation, that storm that you saw approaching,
Mhm.
the drops start kind of falling. You hear it on the roof. There's the hearth going, but even over that, you can kind of start hearing the distant rumble of thunder. You get the sense that you're probably going to be here for the night.
Nice.
Can I walk out into the rain?
You can.
Cool. Like, I don't want to, go. I literally just want to,
Yeah, you walk out. It's currently like a light drizzle.
yeah. Just have some
Your
nice
snoot
rain
gets
on
a
my
bit moot.
face.
Yeah.
Feel the rain on your skin.
Exactly.
I'm assuming Nath is following.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jesus. I didn't want
I
to get
really
that,
wanna go
but
out
it
in the
saw
rain.
so soon.
Because that seems really sus.
It does seem sus, but I don't know. He's just.
I was
a
gonna
nice
go out
guy.
after him. I'd like to have.
Yeah,
sex
you
with
can
him
go
a
out.
little
If
bit.
he goes, then she's gonna let it go.
I'll
Alright.
see Nate kind of perk up in that direction. I'll kind of walk by, tap your shoulder, and I got him.
Okay, yeah, sure. Do your thing, man.
Um,
In which
I was-
I am feeding. You see Nath just kind of go back to offering the monkey various foods. She's like, what
I-
does he like?
I'd like
Remember,
to
Pat,
go
when you
take
said-
a seat next to Trenton.
When you said this is going to be easy, like one and done mission,
Uh,
I don't think you accounted for Trent Swagger.
I don't even have the book open because we're not using it tonight. I planned this shit out.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Yes. It's gonna say we went off the rails the moment he let us still try.
That's accurate. Yeah. I don't know if everyone. I told you. Yeah,
you did tell us.
That's what I say. It definitely says you fail. Like that's the end of it. But I didn't want that to be the case. So, no. So, Trent, you have walked outside. The rain is falling a little bit. Like I said, a bit of a drizzle. You hear distant thunder rumble. You know it. as a seasoned adventurer, you count the time between, and you know that there's still a little bit of a ways away. Shortly after you
which
leave,
direction is it coming from?
the north.
So like up here.
Yeah, if we're gonna say cardinal directions are accurate on this map, sure.
Okay.
They're
Listen,
often not, as a heads up.
I just want to be like watching the storm roll in. So whatever side of the building the storm is rolling in from, that's the side I want to be on.
I mean, if you step out, you can see it. The building's not super tall. It's an inn, but it's not like there's a second
Completely
floor or
irrelevant. I just kind of want to be on the same side watching it come in.
Yeah. So shortly after you exit, you hear the door open and close, that creak, and you turn and you see Cotterus follow you out as well.
And not aggressively, I just want to walk up and kind of lean next to him and just kind of stand in silence for a couple of minutes. And then, you all right, bud? Want to tell me what's been going on these last couple of days here?
Been a lot to deal with. I'm annoyed. I kind of want to just be left alone in the rain, but feel free to stand next to me. And keep watching
I'll
me
stand next
like I
to you
know
for
what
a
you're
bit.
doing.
Sort of forced our hand a bit here. I want to trust you. I want to let you back into the fold, as it were, but I don't quite understand what it is you're after.
Peace.
You want to let me in on that?
I'm after peace.
Brother, I think you're in the wrong line of work for that.
Oh, I never said that kind of peace.
What is it you were hoping to accomplish there with the two timing and the working on both sides you were doing?
It's more money.
You know you could have cut us in on that. Let us know what you were doing. Given us some sort of heads up so we were all on the same page there.
You left me. How could I have?
I think we've learned a lot from this mission. I think perhaps you could have held off, circled back with us before making any rash choices. I think we need to work together a bit better on the next go around, assuming we get another go around. I don't know if that magic key thing is coming back for us after we butchered this last job the way we did. But if it does,
We.
As they're having this conversation, I'm in here with Nath, and I take like some peanuts that are, I'm assuming is on the bar counter, and I'm tossing them up to the monkey to see if they catch it and he'll nom on it.
Yeah, if you're tossing it to Lou, he does. He absolutely.
Yeah, it was just
like that.
It was just a bit of a filler.
How else do you
Just
tip
like,
a monkey?
woo, monkey, let's go.
Like, good job, man.
They're having a heart-to-heart. We're like, yeah.
That's kind of what I was going for. Is like the hot and cold going on right now.
I do enjoy the music change when you switch back, Pat. I did catch that. That was great.
I know, but I was hoping you weren't like you thought I was gonna be doing something like momentous. No, it was just like a fucking.
Nope, you're just back in the end.
It was a breakaway just to lighten the mood for the audience.
Right, and the screen cut back to them outside.
like I said, I want to trust you. We want to trust you. But you gotta let us in a bit. Let us know what it is you're working towards and what you're trying to do. Otherwise, we run into a situation like that where we're all working from different angles.
I tried. The second I got back, I was immediately confronted by all of you. and have been ever since. The only one that has done anything remotely nice to me since then has been Nath, who has saved me.
Then
But
why are
seeing
you
as
acting the
how-
way you are towards her? Give her the statue.
Why don't you believe it's
Why
in
are
the
we making a
bag?
fuss over this? Why'd you put it in the bag?
I say you do believe it's in the bag, for the record.
But why? Why'd you do that?
Because
That's a fair
that was
question.
the instruction, was to put it
You
in the
didn't care
bag.
about the instruction before.
Well, I didn't realize what the fucking bag was, but I just want to be done with this shit. So
That's what I mean. You gotta let us in on some of these decisions you're making, because we don't know what side of the coin you're on, whether you're with us or against us sometimes.
Did I ever say any of your names?
Well, I hope you know that you're meddling in that mission there costs us around 10,000 gold in total. Be a nice addition to each of our pockets. Help us out quite a bit going forward. But I hope you learned something from it. I can tell you that we did. And I'll pat him on the shoulder and go back inside.
I'm just going to continue to stand in the rain.
I'll say Trent is out in the rain.
I want to know.
How
I'm
long
now-
does Trent remain out in the rain? It is gathering, right? The strength of the drops are getting heavier. The thunder is getting closer. You know you've got maybe 15 minutes before it is torrential.
I'm planning on standing here for 14 minutes then.
Okay.
As
So,
he's doing that, I'm
Like
out
literally,
rapid fire.
literally, like once it's like roll like hard is when I'm gonna step back in.
Okay. You have 15 minutes without Trent Swagger in the tavern. Do you do anything with it? You can also just be like, yeah, we just wasted time. Like, I don't.
I'm rapid fire throwing these peanuts to the monkey. See how many he can handle.
It's a great question.
I will not let him.
Jesus,
make
roll
monkey
me,
sick.
roll me,
Dexterity.
or athletics, sure.
Please do not make the monkey sick.
Don't worry, the monkey is fucking on fire.
Hell yeah.
Doesn't matter how bad the throws are. Jesus over here is like, apparently you drank one beer and it was just, your shots are not great, but the monkey, Lou, fucking seasoned professional here, right? This is an amateur hour.
Yeah.
Lou is he's still getting beers to people, but catching the treats as they're flying to him as well.
Jesus. What a guy. Can
Shout
we
out
hire
to
this
Lou.
guy? Can we hire this guy? You know, is he available? How does he do throwing rock?
What's
if
his
you're asking
opinion
Tamara-
on ball bearings?
Yeah, so if you ask Tamara's like, are you asking if I'd sell you Lou?
No, I would, and she will like kind of like clap her on the shoulder, and be like, no, please, I'm just joking, I promise. I would never ask for that.
She's like, good, because he's a pacifist. He don't hurt anybody.
I mean, no, that's fair. That's fair. And then she's going to tell the story of Trent failing to throw rocks, but spin it in a humorous, like in the humorous way
I
that
forgot
avoids
about
the,
that.
but that avoids the part where they were like, breaking and entering and stuff like that.
I
So we were like,
I completely forgot Bo was witness to how bad my
Yeah,
parents
I
were.
She listens to that.
And
Lou
so she
listens
just
to
tells
that.
her a funny little story.
She does chuckle. She's like, I bet Lou could do better than that.
Any monkey could do it better than Trent.
And then there's the part of her brain that wants to call Trent back in and ask him to have a rock throwing contest with the monkey. But he seems to be in a dour mood, and that might not go over. So she will hold back.
Lou would
But
give
the
it a
thought
fucking
is
shot.
I think in this moment we should maybe discuss our strategy going forward. I would say to Nath, that I feel like we don't need to watch him. I don't know what his deal is, but
that's not good.
I trust that we have the statue in that bag. I don't know what's going on with him.
Nath will just kind of sigh and be like, well, I guess there's normally, procedures for these things for people who betray the. And I guess she's like, well, I guess there's procedures for me if I were to.
Well,
she's
I
like,
know
she
one...
has her own standards, and she's like, do I make him go through religious repentance right now? That's what you could see her contemplating this on her face.
I know
is
one
she
thing for
dragging
sure.
Trent to her temple, which is, I would imagine that the temple would essentially be like the fucking thieves guild. I'd be like, do I drag him back and make him repent? I don't know. She's like going. She's very clearly considering this.
I know if the statue's not in there, it's gonna be not a fun time.
Oh, and she like kind of perks up and she's like, he loses kneecap privilege. She perks up.
Do you wear a holy symbol or something?
Yeah, absolutely.
What does it look like? Where is it?
It is. What is? Give me some.
Are you gonna steal it?
She has 2.
Oh.
Because I imagine that she has she has like a fake holy symbol, so that when she's like, I'm a cleric, people aren't like, holy shit, you're a cleric of who? And Tyr would be a pretty good fucking people like that guy.
Who is your?
Mask is the god of thieves, I believe, right? One second.
Feels Masked Lord of Shadows,
Yeah.
Shadows and Thieves.
Yes.
Yeah. You know that this deception pleases Mask.
Yes. Yeah. No, she's not going to. She's not gonna be like, hey guys, guess who I worship. That's not like smart. So she'll show him the correct one, but she'll also show him the fake one of like Tyr that very clearly, if like anybody has any sort of ability to like discern these things, it's not like there is no consecration on this thing. The Tyr one, it's just like it. It's something anybody could get.
I just imagine that as you're thinking this over, you might have like a hand on the true symbol, and Kataris would kind of look between that and you and back and forth, and what does your faith say we should do in this sort of situation?
Well,
Cut off his hands? Shit, alright.
She's just kind of she definitely kind of looks a little uncomfortable in that I'm on the wiki to see if there's anything about this right now. She's just kind of like, well, I mean, quite frankly, I probably should have left him for dead. And she gives like a little nervous chuckle about that.
As you say that, actually, as you say, I probably should have left him for dead. Trent walks back in. The rain has started to come down into a rather torrential downpour.
But very, very obviously, like the nervous chuckle as she's like fidgeting with her holy symbol. I don't know if Trent would be close enough to actually hear her say that, but like she'll kind of look up and see him anyway.
Would I have been close enough to hear it?
If he just
no,
yeah.
I'll say you would not have heard that last bit.
Gotcha. I'm just walking to the bar and grabbing another drink. Are
Yeah,
any of these like Any of these like
Oh, it's not a
doors,
tab,
windows are just like fully facing the storm?
Oh yeah, I mean the windows out, like all along the outside, all like you
Around
can
the
see the
outside.
rain. Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit leaned up against the window, staring out it.
Yeah, I mean,
All I'm seeing is a normal storm, right?
yeah, it is a very heavy storm, but it is just
Okay.
a normal storm.
But I think I'm trying to think about like what issues I should just kind of be like, well, I suppose sufficient penance of sort would do it as well. Something you were particularly proud of stealing. Which she kind of like pats one of the Minotaur horns, and she's and she was just like, I planned on leaving this. Actually, as we stole his dignity. And I feel like that's a fairly good representation of that. And she seems fairly proud of that.
I'm just kind of chilling with the monkey.
Is anyone trying to do anything else before bed? I guess at this point.
No, no, there's not much we can do.
I'm continuing to chill.
If Cotterus is still going to engage with her on that, she'll be like, oh yeah, and and here's the formal clothes when we're doing these, and it's like she's just going through, and it's like, yeah. I'm like going through with all of these things.
I imagine Cotterus has never followed any specific sort of faith himself, but rather just being on the seas, being with a crew that kind of, would pay whatever necessary passing service to any storm gods or sea gods or travel gods.
I guess
would be his only kind of touch point.
She's also thinking, I guess technically part of ceremony is atonement. I could ritual cast that, and like while his alignment hasn't technically changed, it could be symbolic. And she's like, yeah, I could technically, yeah. I could do that if I feel like he has done sufficient atonement. I could atone him, yeah.
We can save that for later if it comes up.
Yeah. And she's like, yeah, I could dedicate people to my god's service. And hey, if you want to get married, I can do that too. If you have somebody in mind, but
Not me, but good to know.
Yeah. And believe it or not, they let me make holy water. It's crazy.
Still a church.
It's still a church. The water's still holy. Slightly murky, but holy.
Yeah, I'd probably spend the rest of my night just kind of listening and engaging with whatever is going on there.
Is anyone else doing anything? Like, I assume at some point everyone retires to their quarters, or no?
I'll go to bed. I trust Nate to handle whatever. And my character believes.
Since we did, it's if he wants, she will spend an hour ritual casting ceremony and blessing the water that is in her cup.
Sure.
If he is interested in the various
let's see.
she can do, yeah. And it's kind of like, how like I would imagine that it's like how like you imagine holy water is like pure and clear, and it's like gets like almost like slightly murky, almost reminds you of like the Twilight a little bit. And she's just like, yeah, it's clean, you can still drink it. She'll like take a sip. Yeah,
I was thinking of Twilight the movie for a second, but Twilight like the time of day. Yes.
Yeah. So it's clean. You can drink it. It's fine. Got a small cup of holy water.
I leave that to you. That's it. I'll go to bed.
Okay. And she'll stay up a bit.
Nothing transpires. Like, if there's anything you want to do.
Yeah.
So did Aridin and Cotterus both go to bed?
Yeah,
I
I did.
gone to bed. I'm still kind of at the bar. I'm with my monkey.
Pat, I really hate those weird alien noises that keep
Yeah,
randomly appearing. Are
it's,
they?
It's the one. It's the one song. I don't. It just
That-
happens. Like,
That doesn't
everything else
have to
about
do. It's not like I'm not metaing
No,
this. It's just
no,
the song.
No.
Okay.
That's the song. Yeah.
Because in my head, something's coming in this storm, and that's the sign.
No.
Okay.
No.
It's just happens to be the song for storms and bars. Also has that weird, random like aliens call. Got it.
Yeah, I don't.
Nope. I accept that in its entirety. I just needed to confirm one way or the other.
Yeah. No, that is not there. I don't know why it's happening. I don't know why it's in the song, but it is just the song.
Nath is still up.
Cotterus, did you go to bed?
Yeah, Cotter's went to bed.
Okay.
Cotter's and Aridin have officially gone to bed.
I want to approach Nath, and can you mute Aridin and Cotterus for me?
I don't know. Can I?
Probably.
Yeah, just mute us.
That feels unnecessary, but okay.
If I mute, doesn't muting still make it so they can hear?
Or deafen them, sorry. Deafen
I
them.
cannot deafen.
Oh my god.
Wait, I can server deafen, but I can't. You two leave. Go down somewhere. Go to somewhere else.
Just deafen
go to
yourselves.
lobby.
I'll type in. No, don't go to lobby. That'll fuck up stream.
Oh, don't go to lobby. It'll fuck the stream.
Just deafen, and I will type here when it's good.
I don't know how to do that.
It's just the little headphone.
You did it. He can't hear me say that, but he did do it.
Oh, he did it.
Yay!
They both did it.
I'm so proud. She won't necessarily look up. She's got this weird kind of murky cup of water, and she's preoccupied with the monkey.
Things are dying down as it's getting later.
Yeah.
This is not like a rowdy bar, right? Like it is a tavern, but it is not. You know, there are more disreputable establishments around. This is an inn, so it is dying down. Yeah. So just know that that's happening.
I walk up to Nath. I first grab another drink, like on my way over to her. And I sit down next to her, and I don't even look at her, but I'm gonna start talking.
Okay.
First thing I'm gonna say is thank you. We both know that the statue is not in that bag. I just needed to know where I stood with y'all, and now I know for sure. And then I hand the statue to her to put in the bag.
Nath will put the
And I'm just
statue.
gonna immediately like walk away and go to bed.
Nath will put the statue in Verity's bag of holding. And she'll actually grab before he goes, she'll like kind of like grab his arm. And be like, you still have you still have a ways to go before I trust you again. By creed, I should have let you die. And she doesn't say that with like malice in her voice, but if anything, it should be significant because she kind of didn't do what like maybe she was supposed to do.
I'm just gonna nod and then walk away.
And she will actually toss him one of the Minotaur horns. Like, kind of like get it off, like, and like give it to him and be like, could be suitable if you wanted to say you're sorry to like I don't know, a certain god. I'm not sure. Anyway, and then just kind of like get up and with the statue in hand, she'll retire to her quarters.
Perfect. So everyone has they can undeafen. That's right.
Yes.
Cam's on the case. I just need to make sure everyone's here.
Yeah,
Parker's
I'm
not.
back.
Parker's.
Okay,
Yeah, all right.
welcome
Everyone's back. Yeah. So something transpired, but everyone has gone to bed. No one needs a long rest, I don't believe, because you ritual cast.
I did ritual cast. Just for
But-
fun. You know?
It's
I leave the holy water
okay
in the bar.
because as you go to bed and
black.
go to sleep. Oh yeah, you have faded to black.
Oh no, the fog of war, it's everywhere.
That's just the inside of your eyelids. It's fine.
Yeah, it's you sleeping.
Oh.
It's not. It's the fog of war. You are all awoken
In a
by
strange
a
place.
loud thunderclap.
Is it Ohio?
Yeah,
No.
Governor DeWine is sitting in front of you.
Oh shit!
Mike, get out of here.
Here we go again.
You are awakened by a loud thunderclap, and you find yourselves back in a room that's familiar to you in the bar. It looks like all of your rooms, but you're all together.
No.
So we just woke up.
Is that the
and
Phantom of the Opera playing?
There's some stuff happening here.
I
Pat,
On
can you
the
answer
table-
my question
Do I
literally?
still have Verity's bag?
Nothing's. You still have everything that you had. Nothing is missing.
Okay.
You wake up and on the table in front of you is one of those boxes that you're used to seeing when the order has requested your help.
Alright, I open it.
It just has a note in it. Normally there is some sort of like spectral vision
Grandeur.
or yeah, right. There's normally more to this. It's just a note.
Da-da-da!
Yeah, nope. You don't even get that. Like there's no confetti
Oh.
flying out. Nothing good. Just a note. Do you do anything with it?
Oh, I read the note, yeah.
So, are you gonna read it out loud, or are you reading it to yourself first?
I read it out loud. There's no reason not to.
Yeah. So out loud, Jesus reads this note, and it just says, "Dear team, there's been reports of some internal strife, and for such a promising young team, we can't let this stand. Until this strife has been put aside, you are here to commune a bit. Tell each other about yourselves. We feel it's needed, it's necessary in order to overcome this hurdle. We have great faith in you and want to continue rewarding you as you've rewarded us. But until you're able to prove this to us, we regret to inform you, you will not be leaving this room." Everyone roll me perception.
Oh no, we're in hell.
We
Not
are
again.
we are in thieves' timeout.
We're kind of in thieves' timeout.
Fucking hell! I was on 19.
Aridin, it's fine. Nath and Trent, somehow, even though here, actually, to make this make sense, I'm going to move you around a little bit. Perfect. You guys are looking to where the door should be. It is just wall. So Codorus and Aridin don't notice behind them that there is no door. You guys look around. There is a table with some food. They're not asking you to starve yourself or anything like that. There's some water, some pitcher of water. And yeah, you are now confronted with this idea that you can't leave this room until you set aside your differences. And the letter specifically wants you to tell each other maybe where you came from, a bit of your backstory, a bit of who you are and why you are who you are. Now, I know that I don't know if everyone has done this for their characters. I don't know how much you guys do with backstory. So I understood that this is a bit of improv. I ask you to do this with the understanding of that. The person who bites the bullet and goes first, there is a reward with diminishing returns to those who go afterwards. If more than one person wants to go first, we'll do a roll off and I will make a determination. But I wanted to flesh out our characters so that we can also open up the world a little bit.
All right, I'll go first.
Jesus is going first.
Nice.
Tell me who Aridin is. Hang on. Is this going to be a happy story? Is this going to be a sad story? What are we talking about here?
Gonna start off happy-go-lucky and probably go not so happy.
Okay. I'm going to be taking notes. So that's all I'm writing. I'm just writing down kind of what you're telling me. Because again, in order for me to continue this world building, I need to make sure I have what you said.
All right.
Aridin is going first.
So
anyone else want to contest it? Just real quick.
I'll let him go first.
All you, bud.
All Jesus.
All right, I'll go and grow up as a child. I started noticing I had started having some particular skills with using the wizarding arts. No owls or 13th and a half track or where the fuck it is in Harry Potter. And so I was sent off to school to improve my wizard skills.
What school?
Magdalene's Magic Mesa.
I like the alliteration.
Triple M, of course. Or
Yes.
M cubed. M cubed.
Cubes. Easy.
Where I was doing good, excelled at the top of my class. Everything's going great. Went out on my first mission with a bunch of people, and we're all going out there, and we got screwed over by two of our partners, and then made it look like it was our fault, and then ended up getting penaltied and kicked out of the school. And I've had and lost out on like a lot of money and what could have been my future career. So now I'm here just trying to make do with a little bit of a chip on my shoulder. And yeah.
So, as you're regaling them with your story, the box that has lain open on the table, the one that you've taken the note out of, it does start to play. Some images start to form, sort of swirling at first, cloudy. Everyone can see it. It's very obvious on the table. And it shows a young Aridin confronting someone. And you hear Aridin kind of talk. You hear words at first. You can't quite make them out. But then you start hearing it. You hear Aridin, very clear, angry tone in his young Aridin's voice. And he is arguing with who I'm going to give you a name of Langdon. You are arguing with Langdon, one of your betrayers.
Langdon.
So you are now going to hash out this argument because I don't know what this mission is. So what is young Aridin saying to Langdon after finding out he has been betrayed?
Like, I can't believe you did this. We were all here sent on a mission. We were all selected for this thing. It was all going good. How could you just go up and we spent all this time getting to know each other, like communing, becoming friends. Like, how could you do this to us?
You and I friends. Oh, you born with a silver tongue in your mouth, a silver spoon in your mouth. Magic just comes easily to you. It doesn't always work that way in this world. How could you assume that we were friends?
Because I've always treated you no different than anyone else. We both went to school. We both tried. Yeah, maybe I was a little bit gifted, but I was always there to help you. Why would you do this?
You say gifted, I like to say blinded. Your whole thing is that you're too good to have failed. You are too good, top of the class. The famous Eridan. Let this be a lesson, my friend. He says that, dripping with sarcasm to you. Let this be a lesson, for not everyone you meet will be your friend, no matter how you work together. Now, I do apologize for this. No, that's not true. I don't apologize at all. I never actually liked you. And on the scene, you see young Eridan just take a fireball to the face.
Damn.
The screen, the illusion blows up, and it cuts next to a slightly older, singed Eridan laying on the ground, clearly struggling. People coming to save him from M Cubed, wearing the refinery from the school, similar to what he's wearing or was wearing before it got exploded. And so it then cuts to a scene of how Eridan made his way back to the wizarding world. What did he have to overcome? This trauma of betrayal. What did he do to regain his vision to journey and adventure? That's the one part I want you to tell me about now, as this illusion kind of continues its story.
Well, as being betrayed and set up and made to be like the reason why I failed, I then lost my position due to me having great gifts, and then
Are you kicked out?
Well, I was like demoted.
Okay.
And I am, because I guess I am gifted, I don't like not being like top of my class, so I just took it there, and with a chip on my shoulder, I was like, F this noise. I'm gonna work my ass off to get myself back to where I was. But also, kind of in the back of my mind, just not really trusting people, so I'm kind of a bit, in the end of the day, I might, make sure I look out for number one, still, not fully trusting people.
So remember, you are telling everyone at the table this. Like, those are the words you're saying to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is why, I'm all for, I want to work as a team, but people, if you showed me wrong, it's gonna sit wrong with me. So I've worked my ass off to even try to get back to even where I am now.
The illusion poofs, seemingly having met some kind of conditions, and in its place pops out another like little cloud, and it just has a bunch of question marks in it, and they each kind of float to one of the other three. You kind of instinctively know that each of you now has to ask a question about something that might be pertinent to your character or would want to know.
They're gonna be asking me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, all right. What happened to the guy you had the argument with?
Oh, he went on to become top of the class, gets all the great missions, made all the glory. Basically, living that great lifestyle that I was wanting to do myself. Scot-free. No one ever found out it was actually him that betrayed us.
As you ask that, the question mark cloud kind of poofs away from you, Nath.
Okay.
I'd like to just look at Eridan's face after seeing that image and see if I can spot the scarring from that blast that hit him. If it was something I just hadn't noticed.
I'm gonna let Airden decide if he wants this character to have that. You could easily have magic, like, kind of construction to make that go away. So if you want that to be a part of your character now, you can. But
sure, I'll just use what you can kind of see here, just a little bit of scarring on my face. So, and I'll have like cool, half blown off eyebrow and shit like that, like all the kids are doing nowadays.
the cut here.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like maybe you just never happen to like look or like care necessarily about it.
No, I keep it as a reminder.
I was talking about Cotterus, like he just never...
Okay.
So Cotterus and Trent still have their question clouds in front of them.
That power of yours. Where did it come from? Where do you think it came?
I believe it's just I was maybe just kind of put here to accomplish something. My parents had it really bad off, and they always said that I was the change in their life for the better. And maybe it's just through all their suffering paid for my blessing.
Cotterus, your question bubble pops.
Was there ever a time when you actually did wrong someone?
Being a gifted magic user, I certainly might have definitely... Oh, I have kind of stepped on people's toes, kind of, stunted some of them shining because of my gifts and maybe being really proud of my skills. Kind of just wanted to show off a bit, thus kind of holding them back.
But did you wrong them?
I mean, in what way do you mean wrong? I mean, I was...
You were actually wrong. Like, you did something that negatively affected them because that was the basis of it, was negatively affecting, not their life.
Oh, you mean did I ever do it
yours shown?
Did I ever do anything on purpose?
Yes.
Nothing like life-changing. After I was betrayed, the next time I got an altercation, I turned it to 11, and I did fairly hurt someone where I did not need to at all. But again, it was part of my mission. I really wanted it. And in my fury and want for said thing, I took it too far.
For the record, the person you hurt was named Lyra Thunderstrike.
Do you just have like a name generator?
My head, yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, with that,
but she was my enemy at the time. I just didn't need to go, balls hard on her. That sounded bad when especially it was her, but whatever.
Yeah, there you
go. Trent, your bubble pops. Airden, you see you feel lighter. You feel a bit of glowing. people looking at you also sees this like slight glowing. You again kind of instinctively know you've met some weird condition, and have sort of done what you needed to do.
Okay.
We now have 3 people who look a bit darker than our glowing friend Airden here.
I'll go next if nobody else wants to go in particular.
Fucking A, YOLO, I need a beer
Hit
after
it.
that.
Great job, though, Jesus. Everybody give Jesus a round of applause. He hates making shit up, and he did fantastic.
That was very brave of you, Jesus. I appreciate it.
I know it was a bit stereotypical and shit like that.
Oh.
But...
Irrelevant. It was great.
Welcome to D&D.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of it's just stereotype shit. But now your character has a reasoning. Your character has background, and I think that's going to be important for the upcoming events.
Well, and
you
did
will
try
also
to make
be
it...
pleasantly rewarded afterwards. So
I did also try to make it like what I was partially envisioning in the beginning. Like I said, I wanted to try to make it like I will do what is necessary for the mission, and also that I was a bit of aspiring and then I had a falling out. So I tried to riff off of that.
Oh, perfect. You're great. Sounds like Nath. Sounds like Nath has taken the floor.
And I think Nath looks a bit uncomfortable, but you know what? It's time to, I guess, rip the band-aid off. As she starts off and she's like, well, I can imagine that you haven't met many Goliaths in your life before. Which is a fair assumption considering that the fact that there is one not in the mountains right now is pretty big. Pretty big. And she kind of shifts around uncomfortably. And she's like, it's we normally don't necessarily leave our clans. And I don't have a mountain name in particular.
You want a mountain name?
Yeah, a mountain name.
Let's go with... Oof. It's not a person's name.
I know.
Mount High Spot.
High as fuck.
I mean, do you want like a real one?
No.
Mount microdosing.
I would say you can go with anything from just the spine. That's along the Sword Coast.
All right, yeah, sure.
Let's see if there's anything from the spine that we can do. Anyway, go ahead. Spine of the world. What are the mountains there?
Talon. Heart.
Does Goliath live on the spine? Well, there are 4 peaks. They are first peak, second peak, third peak, and fourth peak. They are super fucking original.
Fantastic. You know what? She, her tribe originates in the first peak.
Perfect.
Easy enough. And it was a difficult life, but it was fairly enjoyable. Obviously, as Goliaths very much value the competition and the survival aspect, but most importantly, they value fairness and fair play. And she kind of like scratches the back of her neck, and she's like, and we are usually, yes, you have your name and your clan name, and you are given a third name, I suppose, a nickname. And my nickname is the name that I was given before I left the clan, was Nightclad. And this seems kind of shameful to her, as perhaps I was in that I favored the cover of night, and I favored getting the advantage. And I would do whatever that I could. I was not necessarily afraid to dabble into the things that would be considered shameful. And as I left my mountain home with perhaps a shameful monk ear, the instincts kicked in, and once again it was survival of the fittest, only it was different. I wasn't surviving the mountain peaks I was surviving now these streets that I was not familiar with, and I did not necessarily know how to blend in with, and it's not necessarily easy to blend in with. Lots of staring until I guess I just decided, well, if I needed something, it was time to take it. And eventually, I was able to. I got myself mixed up in some things, and I found my way into the church. And perhaps in the first time, I knew that I had a place where I could belong, and I would have a purpose again.
So the box, you guys are now used to it. As it starts to show an illusion, and it's a not particularly younger Nath. Nath looks very similar. Yeah, right. Nath looks very similar to what Nath looks like now. You have to assume based on the story, it's a younger Nath. And it is a picture of Nath meeting someone. Actually, Cotterus, who is your god? Do you have one? I know you're not a cleric or anything, but
I don't have one. Any god of the sea, any god of storm was who the crew would pray to. Which nothing really took me.
Everyone can roll religion if they want, if they care. Essentially, like.
Would I know my?
No, you're gonna know.
Oh, okay.
You don't need to roll.
Cool. I was like.
Trent, you have no idea who this is. Cotterus has no idea who this is somehow. Eridan, you know this to be Mask. It is Nath meeting, or at least meeting a vision of their deity, as they enter into this church and enter into the clericdom. And so Nath, younger Nath, as I will call you right now.
Perfect.
You are encountering this vision of Mask and kind of that very stereotypical like thief, like the mask is up, kind of shadowy. Like you kind of get the sense, like even looking at him, that you don't quite see him, and you hear this voice, and it kind of rattles in all of your heads actually as this happens, almost like it's in like. Sometimes it's in stereo, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's like to the left and to the right. So it's almost all encompassing around you and also moving as it does so. And you just hear it address Nath. Nath, what are you doing and what can I do for you?
And I think she's would be visibly frustrated, because she has absolutely no idea what she's doing. It was her entire life was not this, and now it is.
He knows that, right? Like there are not many Goliaths who are out here, becoming a cleric for this god.
Yeah, absolutely. But she's essentially like, I have something unique that I think I can offer you. In that,
is it yourself? Because you are unique.
And definitely she kind of like laughs at that. She's like, well, yes. Perhaps sometimes the best way to fade into obscurity is to stand out the most. No one ever expects No one ever expects that. The most obvious one. And she kind of like laughs a little bit, but almost seems a bit sad about it in a way, because it's, you know, it's so it does. It feels so weird, like standing out so much. But hell, you know what? Might as well make it her advantage, right?
This vision of mask swirls around Nath, and everyone sees in it. As it swirls around this young Nath, a item sort of appears on the young Nath, and Mask goes, "Well, if you're giving me yourself, then I shall provide as well." And then he kind of poofs away. As he poofs away, so does the illusion. Item. Okay. Yeah, and as that poofs away, where was the where was the church that you went to? Do you have a place in mind? If not, that's okay.
I imagine that in any kind of, I'm gonna say Waterdeep because it's the first big city that I think of.
Yep, that's perfect. Waterdeep has everything.
It sure does.
Okay. As this poofs away, again, what is a similar sensation for 2 out of 3 of you. Aridin hasn't had this experience yet, but those bubbles pop out and they kind of float in front of you. So the 3 of you for questions.
I'm not going first this time.
I would like to ask, have you been back to the mountains since you left them?
She actually,
do you intend to go back?
She looks visibly sad. And because no, she has not been back to the mountains since she was left. And at this moment, she does not intend to go back, mostly because she thinks it will not go well. Mostly because, you know, it was kind of like one of those things, like, you know, wouldn't stand and fight in like a fair fight or whatever. And so incredibly, like, very shameful. Like, didn't stand and fight in a fair fight, I guess. So incredibly shameful, probably wouldn't be the best for her to go back. So at this moment has no intention on going back.
Potter's bubble pops.
Unless something would necessitate that.
All right. Now forgive me. Oh, you want to go?
Yeah. I will. Is that why it seems like you didn't like your nickname that you were given? Your third name?
In that use a little bit of like the normal animation that she has kind of comes back. She's like, people are out there, they're like, oh, like bear killer, the fucking star shooter, goddamn sniper over here, and oh, like excellent hunter, you know, like smasher, like, and she's like, everybody else gets these cool fucking badass nicknames from all of these cool things that they do, and you know, you do something once and it's with you forever, huh? But she kind of like settles back into her seat and she kind of like shrugs and she's like, well, I guess it fits me now.
Trent, your bubble pops.
But you would, I guess, to answer the question more directly, you get the distinct impression that if perhaps this incident didn't happen and she wasn't quite so thoroughly shamed, she definitely would not be here.
All right, now forgive me because I was trying to type down my backstory as I was telling, or after I told it, and until I realized, oh yeah, that's right, you are now saying your backstory, so I kind of missed part of it. So forgive me if I'm asking something you already explained. But
all right.
Aridin asked, so what happened to you that you have such a strong moral compass?
In a way, she almost kind of looks a little confused because I don't know if she would consider her own moral compass super strong.
Well, like I guess your
But
tenacity to follow the rules. I guess
it is the It's not necessary. It's the rules of her religion. You know, it's she had, I guess, her real motivation to stick with these things is that she found the place where she belongs once again, and to be cast out of another place after she has found it would perhaps be incredibly devastating. And so if the tenets of her religion dictate it, then she's going to do her best to uphold it. Don't shake your head at me.
No, I'm not shaking my head at you. I'm shaking my head at chat.
No, I wasn't looking at chat.
Toxic.
Yeah, the
Sorry.
real treasure is the friends, and so because it's treasure, I'm going to have to sacrifice you guys on an altar. I'm so sorry.
Perfect. Jesus, your Eridan's bubble pops.
Wow, what the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, you never had it happen. Oh no, you didn't. Yeah, it just pops away. And kind of similar to you, Eridan. Nath kind of becomes enveloped in a bit of this dim light. Nath, you feel lighter. You feel accomplished and kind of being vulnerable and revealing these parts to you. And it leaves us with Trent or Cotterus.
I can go.
I think Plunger is still typing his away.
I have not typed anything.
It keeps showing up as Plunger Lover is typing in the Roll20.
It does keep showing up though.
It's because my nose is running and I keep sneezing, so I keep muting. And my mute button is a button, so I'm typing a button when I mute.
All right.
And then I'm button when I unmute.
Cotterus.
Pat, I sent you some spellings for some of the words I'm gonna use.
Beautiful. Perfect. Love it.
Overachiever.
So my story is not quite as deep or as special or as harrowing and dramatic as I were. I grew up in Waterdeep. Hit the seas as soon as the beautiful ship, the Bellow Wraith, pulled in for the first time, and I was able to get aboard. Bit of a notorious ship in those parts. Some might call it a bit of a rough trade in ship. Others would use the word pirate. Captain Helgard was the man that I followed. Helgard the Grizzled, they called him. His name was known all throughout the streets of Waterdeep. And I took up a post in his image, sort of followed him and did as he said, tried to climb through the ranks. And while my time aboard was certainly eye-opening, I learned a lot on the high seas. I felt that it wasn't exactly what I wanted. I wanted to not just stand in the shadow of such a man, but be my own captain one day. And so I sort of used some of the tricks I picked up aboard to start scheming and planning to put together a treasure hoard big enough to buy my own ship and my own to sleep. I'm gonna kind of wince and look at the box and see what happens.
Like the illusion, it does start to appear. It's not clear like the other two were, but there is a young Cotterus in it. Again, maybe you can't tell. I don't know exactly how old these things are. This story is compared to where you are now, but you will be.
Maybe when I was young, a lot younger.
Yeah, and so standing next to you instead, again, not very clear. Y'all kind of clock this that it's not quite like it feels not right. but there is a very stereotypical like pirate captain standing there. You don't get a good look at the face. There really doesn't seem to be any facial features to this. Really, the way you can tell it's a pirate captain is sort of that like that tricorn hat, the the pirate skull on him, and the kind of almost quintessential pirate captain garb. And you can't make out the words it's saying, but you can make out the words that young Cotris is saying to it. And to kind of give young Cotris a bit of direction with it, because you will be saying this because...
That's okay, you don't have to give me any direction.
Okay, you got an idea for what the scene will be?
Sure, yeah.
All right, go for it.
So I imagine that the image kind of fizzles and kind of distorts a little bit.
Yeah.
And where you see a very young Cotris, like 8 or 9 years old, just a wee lad, standing before this individual who appears to be some kind of pirate captain. It kind of fades and switches between a look of admiration and like beaming excitement to these like flashes of wincing and turning away. And the image of the captain doesn't change all that much. It continues to be vague.
Yeah, it's blurry. It's there. Like I said, there's no really defining features to it.
In those flashes, though, I imagine it gets just a little bit darker, and you get just like a flash of facial feature before it's gone immediately.
On the captain, you get none.
None on the captain at all.
None on the captain. No, there's no. It is. It's weird because you're looking, and everyone at the table is looking, to try and make it out, and because like the other ones, the two previously were pristine and crystal clear. This one is not. There are no facial features. You are not able to get any of it. You can't quite figure out why.
And as young Cotterus speaks, you hear a voice very different than the one that he carries now. You hear, "Well, Captain, I've done just about all I can do. I hope this is some sort of repayment for all that you've given me. I thank you again for everything you've done for me, letting me aboard and keeping me fed and housed all this time." And every few words, one of those flashes come back again. And rather than like a timid thanks, the tone is more pleading. You don't hear, "I've done everything for you." You hear, "I've done everything for you," and then it cuts back again, as if it's two different memories merging, or one trying to lay on top of another. But you hear, "I hope I can get on my own ship one day and sail just like you. I hope to be a captain just like you one day. I just need to," and then it flashes, get away from here and make my own way like you did, sir." And I don't know if the captain responds or if it's just a still silent image.
It is. It's the image sort of distorts, and rather than like kind of gracefully fading away like it has for the last two, it abruptly just kind of implodes upon itself, and out from the box, rather than question marks that you guys have now been a part of for 2 out of the 3, just nothing happens, and the light that has enveloped the other two doesn't seem to envelop Cotterus, but yeah, there's something going on.
Cotterus is probably sweating a little bit or looking around a little shifty.
And that's kind of Yeah, that's where it
I was
goes.
gonna say Nath kind of gently is just like, well, that's a little different. Do you want to try that one more time?
You know, my mind's a bit hazy. I don't quite remember everything of what happened to me back so long ago. Trent, you want to go?
I don't think we're getting out of this room until you're enveloped in the light, my friend.
Roll me perception, everyone that's looking directly at Cotterus.
Fuck.
Trent, you're the only one that really notices this. You are looking at everyone else, right? Because you're the only one who now hasn't gone. The other two are visibly lighter. If you're not mistaken, Cotterus is visibly darker, which seems weird. But you're the only one that sees that.
Like we physically can't see it, or just like
I can
metaphorically
see it.
yes.
Yeah. You don't notice it. You don't see it.
I just noticed he's not lighting up.
Yeah, right.
I don't notice that he's gotten.
Kind of look at my own hands, like, what the heck? Why isn't this working?
But Trent kind of sees like it's almost like he's a little bit darker, as though the light has somehow like left that area a little bit.
Do I notice anything else? Like, if there's any like sense that like he needs to keep going?
No.
Okay.
Can I make an insight check to see if there's something I can do to get this working?
Sure.
Tell the truth.
As much as I can remember.
You have a pretty good idea of what you need to do. You're not 100% certain, but your gut's like you know what you need to do.
Cotterus would kind of look around at everyone at the table and kind of, as he's like rubbing his face, like as a tick, like as a nervous tick, the size of the room and the fact that it is sealed is probably starting to get to him at this point. Because boy, he does not like enclosed spaces.
Oh yeah, that is a character trait.
He likes being able to
Yeah, I forgot about that.
move where he wants to move. And at this point, he probably stands up and starts pacing a little bit. I can go into the squabbles I had with my first mate, or the first mate at the ship. All the times we stopped at port and some of the sort of things I've gotten into there. It's where my thieving came from originally. And I look over at the box and I assume it's not changing.
So, moreover, actually, it doesn't change in the way that you'd expect. It sits there, and out of it, a little bit of, like a little wisp of smoke comes out. Not like it's on fire or anything, like just a little wisp of smoke. If anyone inspects it, there's nothing really in there. It doesn't look like anything's bad is happening. But that little wisp of smoke kind of is heading towards pacing Cotterus. But that's kind of all you see from it.
If it could be helpful to you, I have a spell that might help you calm down.
If you'd like to try, I'd be happy to see how it works. He's probably actively, visibly shaking at this point. But,
have
but yeah,
calm
sure.
emotions. I don't know if we can.
So I say, as you're about to do that, as you're about to like kind of do that, the little wispy of smoke gets to him. As soon as that wisp of smoke touches him, he lights up.
Oh. Oh. Well then,
Does he look
We got a
lighter?
sigh of relief. That's for sure.
Like, does the light stay, or does he go back
Yeah.
to being darker? Okay.
Nope. It stays like he has now been affected by whatever the previous two lights were.
Okay.
well, I'm not entirely sure what happened, but it seemed to work.
Me neither.
Well, we're almost all the way through. I'll take my seat and be here to finish up this last one.
We still don't get any question bubbles?
Nope.
All right,
Okay.
well, that's fine.
That seems weird. But as long as we get out of this room.
Aridin and Nath didn't light up till after the question bubbles were asked, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I'm just gonna like cross my arms, close my eyes, and I'm just gonna say fine. Hasn't been an easy life for me. A long time ago, I had an entirely different life.
Seems
I had a
sleepy.
family, I had friends, but they've all since gone. They all died many years ago at this point, and I couldn't save them. So, what do I care anymore? Live or die, it makes no difference.
Is that where he kind of like ends?
Yep.
Seemingly for a pretty long period of time, right? Like everyone at the table is kind of like, is that it? The illusion on the box appears. Not so kind this time. It seems as though there is information still being withheld. And so it shows a scene. You said you had a family.
Mm-hmm.
Describe to me that family very quickly, because that's what's going to be on here. So I need to know what that looks like.
Yeah, it was. I had a wife and a daughter. So I'm describing like how old this was, like when
Nope,
this
I just
was.
need that's what you meant
Gotcha.
by family was wife and
Yep.
daughter.
Yep.
Okay, so back to kind of the pristine, crystal clear vision. It is a younger Trent, as he said many years ago. What race is your wife, and what race is your daughter?
Dragonborn?
Both.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see three Dragonborn standing there. Again, one you can tell is Trent. The other two you assume are wife and daughter. And it is them together. How did they die? Because that's what you're about to witness. Because you didn't want to reveal it, the illusion is going to be revealing it.
Begins.
I did not see their death. I came back to their death.
Okay,
So
perfect.
like
So then,
I was out, and then I come back and see them just murdered.
okay. You specifically just said murdered. Murdered by a person, murdered by animal, murdered by magic, murdered by physical weaponry. What did you come back to? What is the scene you returned to? Because that's what you're about to watch.
Physical weaponry.
Okay, by what? What are the weapons that, or what are the wounds look like? You've investigated shit.
I mean, I see like gash wounds, so like I assume it's physical weaponry.
Yeah, slashes, gashes.
Yeah. So I'm assuming physical weaponry from that, but obviously I didn't see it. But that's just what I'm presuming happened.
Sure. Okay. And so the young Trent approaches this scene. Was the house broken into?
Yes.
So
Yes, the house was
right.
broken into.
Perfect.
It looks like there was a struggle with wife and daughter, but it doesn't look like the house had been ransacked afterwards. Almost like that was the intent, was the murder.
So you witnessed this. You witnessed the young Trent coming in. You see him approach this rather grisly scene. You see the anguish. You see the raw emotions on transpire on disillusion, and as Trent leaves, sorry, I was reading chat. As Trent leaves, something that Trent wouldn't know, but sees in this vision, it is sort of a vision of the sword, the weaponry used, and that it is swords. And you see specifically two scimitars, as they cut both your wife and daughter, which you couldn't possibly have known because you weren't there. And if you don't add any more to this, the next scene that is played is Trent being questioned by the authorities. He is the husband, and we all know how that works. So the next scene that plays out in the illusion is the young Trent, visibly shaken, being questioned by another dragonborn. This time, green. Let's go with black. We'll make the black dragonborn be the police in this scene, and he is just standing there talking with Trent, and you just hear, "So yeah, we're gonna need that alibi. Where were you? We believe you didn't do it, but we got to know. We're gonna, murders of dragonborn don't just happen every day."
I had gone out for a drink with a friend. Feel free to give that friend a name, Pat. I don't have anything in my brain right now.
That's fine. So you're Trent Swagger.
Brent Stagger.
Yeah. No.
Did you say Brent Stagger?
I did.
Thatchin Wardown.
Thatchin. Alright. So I was out with Thatchin. And we had gone out for drinks to celebrate a successful, mission, a job that we had together. And then, cutting from that scene.
We ain't done with that yet, baby.
Well, so, the scene can still be there, but, I want to cut to, telling these people.
Yeah, sure.
Successful is what we thought it was. Apparently, they knew who we were, or at least who my family was, and the people that we had robbed went after my family.
Yeah, so returning to the scene after he kind of reveals this to you, the Black Dragonborn's like, all right, yeah, we're going to have to go talk to Thatchin, right? He's going to tell us the same story, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell them where Thatchin lives.
As you're telling him that, no, man, we know where he lives. We keep tabs of our people. This is, I think this is their lives. So, they wave you off. It does show then a scene of the Dragonborn, Black Dragonborn going to Thatchin's house. But all it shows is him knocking on the door and never actually getting in touch with Thatchin. And that's where that scene dispels. Does Trent say anything else after that kind of dispels?
I'm gonna tell them that I haven't seen Thatchin since, but I think either he was murdered as well, or he was lying and stole, because my money from the heist disappeared as well. And I think he may have stolen it from me and had my family murdered and tried to have me blamed for it. But I don't know.
As he says this, the question bubbles pop out, and the three of you have them.
What
After your wife and kid were murdered, did you ever even try to put yourself back out, try to find another?
Fuck you, is how I'd respond to that.
It's pretty rude.
I really don't know where fucking
Pretty
Plunger's
rude
taking this shit.
That is pretty rude. Yeah, I'd agree with that. That's a good answer to that one.
Yeah, no. The question mark pops, and also, Aridin just has a stanky smell coming from that question mark, and only he can smell it. I'm just surrounded by stank.
Someone prestidigitated.
Yeah, you get the distinct impression they also thought that question was rude.
What was the, like, who did you guys rob? What was the job that you were on? Was it anybody, like, big?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I have tried to forget so much at this point.
Was it a big house, Alright, do you know the city that it was in, or where it was?
Out of character, somebody give me names of places in D&D.
So,
If we want to keep it all in Waterdeep, we can keep it all in Waterdeep.
It was in Waterdeep. I didn't know if we wanted to have
always
other
goes down in Waterdeep.
It does always go down to Waterdeep.
Literally, so much shit happens in Waterdeep. Might
It's
as well just
massive,
have
yeah.
everything. Yeah, it's huge.
No, I'm fine with it being in Waterdeep. Nath, your question mark pops. But another one pops out for you, Nath.
Okay.
Without even rolling insight, you get the idea that Trent's answer wasn't good enough.
Excellent. Just like, dude, buddy, I'm trying. You're sure you don't know?
I don't truly recall where we had gone.
All right.
Well, we know it's Waterdeep.
Well, yeah, I was all right.
I've been trying to drink away every memory of
to do the job.
It was just me and my friend. He was the one that came to me with the job.
Okay.
And I've been trying to drink away the pain for quite some time now. I tried to track him down afterwards, and I couldn't. And so I've been coping.
Okay, your bubble pops.
Is there alcohol in this room with the food that they gave us?
Nope, just water.
God damn it!
Just water.
I can make it holy for you if you'd like.
No, that's not what I want.
You're
Do
running out
the
if you
opposite biblical thing.
Potterus is the only one with a bubble left.
So, how long after all that went down did you have to get down and find your way out here with us? Did you leave right away? Were you forced out? What happened there?
I think it's been about 15 years since that happened. I spent a couple years looking for them. Couldn't find any leads. Couldn't find anyone able to help me at all. And now I've just been taking random jobs and spending all of the money I make from it, just trying to cope with everything.
With that, the Cotterus, your bubble pops. Trent is enveloped with the light that is enveloping the three of you. And you, Trent, also feel a lightness in your body. After this happens, the room seems to spin and fade. And oh god, I've done something. Hold on.
Oh god, it's fading everywhere.
Yeah, the room spins and fades, and you all kind of end up back in darkness.
Egads.
As the sun rises, and you're all back in your rooms, the real rooms. Over here.
Gosh, I'd love to go outside.
Yeah, I mean you're able to. You're also in your own rooms. You're not together.
Just open a window then and lean my head out.
And are you still? Does it still show it being dark? Sorry, it didn't show it on mine. So yeah, you guys are in your own room. You have everything is revealed here.
Cool.
On each of your desks, whenever you take a look at it, as you get up and leave, it's just a note that says, "See, wasn't that so that wasn't so hard." And after any of you read that note, it immediately just kind of disintegrates.
Well, it's good that it disintegrated because she would have crumpled it up. Been like, oh.
As you're about to, it just disintegrates.
She's like, oh.
I was about
Denied
to set
the
it on
pleasure.
fire with Matt.
Denied the
But this-
pleasure of destroying it myself.
Drink, please.
Well,
How do I feel?
heavier.
Cool.
Everyone else feels lighter. You feel heavier.
You feel worse. Never share your feelings again.
You get a you know how sometimes like you get that like tingling in the back of your neck when like either you're being watched or something or like something bad has happened. That happens to you.
Like just for a bit, or like it lingers for like
Just a second.
Okay.
But that's it.
Right, well, time to find Verity.
So we're gonna end here. But I do. Yep. Nope. We're gonna end there.
God. Will we ever make it out of this part of the module?
You are done.
Absolutely.
You are done. Verity's gonna come say it. Verity's gonna come say I love you guys, and then fucking. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go. Verity comes in. We'll role play this, but you all got something as well from that. So I wanted to give you that. But Verity pops in, looking okay. A little bit of like apologetic on her face. Like you can sometimes see when someone's like, sorry, like making you wait. Right. Like you guys have been given a breakfast. It's still on Verity's tab. So when you guys came out of the room, you were presented with pretty good breakfast. They know your adventures, so there's.
Did I get a mimosa?
You can, yeah.
Yay! That's what I'm drinking.
Yeah, there's like I said, it's really anything you want, within reason. There's not like special meat, but it's carved meat, and cheese and fruit. and yeah, you're able to do that. And Verity kind of comes in, sees you guys eating and sitting, and joins you. And it's just like, sorry, I was called out. It ended up not being real. I'm gonna be honest. I think it was a play by Quentin. I don't entirely know what it was though. My family was fine. And so I apologize.
Jesus Christ, your family?
The letter was threatening and made it seem like an emergency.
My God.
God, we have to kill Quentin. He's gonna ruin some shit.
They are fine. I did my sweep of everything, and I'm not worried about them. We've taken care of it. Like I apologize for the suddenness of my departure.
No, don't apologize. And she'll hand her bag of holding back. Go ahead, take a peek.
She does so. Again, kind of as she goes in to open it, you see her lips move, but she is making If you really wanted, you could roll perception to see if you can read her lips. She's not making an effort to hide it because she did already give you the answer once.
I
So
didn't get it, so you know.
right,
I'm just
well,
looking
right,
at
but like she's not super worried about it now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. All right. No.
And yeah, she reaches into the pouch, does the thing, and pulls out the statue.
Nath does not decides to keep it to herself that she was the one to put the statue in.
So yeah, Verity pulls out the statue. A look of shock. She's like, Quentin must have bolstered the guard after finding out about it.
And
How is this possible?
she'll smile kind of conspiratorially and be like, you haven't met many Goliaths in your life, then have you? Mild inconvenience at most.
She chuckles at the obvious joke. You know she's probably never met another Goliath in her life.
Absolutely. I imagine she still has like a cut on her forehead. It's like she's obviously rested, and everybody like obviously is rested and like full, but like, you know, still probably doesn't look like, you know, like we've been sleeping and resting for like 2 weeks. So yeah, but she's like, you know, nothing's too hard for. Twas a minor inconvenience at most.
And
Yeah,
nothing gets past this crack, very professional crew.
Well,
When we say we're gonna get a job done, we're gonna get the job done.
She is very thankful and is like, I don't know whether to thank you, the Golden Vault. I've heard stories of their expertise, but this feels like more like you did it than they did. But either way, Quentin has to be furious about this. There's no way he can come out of this looking as though he has his things in order. The casino is definitely going to take a hit. Its reputation is, and you can see the twinkle in her eye as she's kind of thinking all the negative things that are going to happen to Quentin.
Will also present to her. It wasn't in the bag, but she'll present to her Quentin's book.
Oh yeah, that's right. You took his ledger.
She was like, I don't know if there's anything good in here, but hey, if there is, maybe you can do something else with it. And she will also present to him this very shiny trinket. She's like, and this one was extra for fun.
And if you were to see Quentin again, tell her that I can't remember what we came up with a name for our crew was. So let's say, tell them the Lannisters send their regards.
What was the trinket you're giving her?
It was the golden pitchfork.
Oh, right. Yep. She looks through the ledger quickly and she's like, well, actually, the best thing we can do with this is destroy it. And she's like, I can do it, or do you want to do the pleasures? You're the one that was quick thinking enough to get it. Destroying this will. She walks over and kind of starts quickly tearing pages out of it and throwing it right into the hearth. And it is just getting destroyed, and she's like, well, that's not going to be anything more than an inconvenience for him, but yeah, no, that was a good grab.
And now I broke all of his security cameras.
Oh no, a monkey did one of them.
A monkey did one of them, yeah. And Nath is
chuckles
kind
at
of
this.
like,
She's
Nath's
like,
kind of like, we stole the monkeys too. There's a monkey still on Nath's shoulder.
she chuckles and is like, is that from the circus?
Yeah, it's from the circus.
Oh, he's not. Oh my! She again, just like salivating now, like just everything you're telling her. It's that meme of Vince McMahon. It's like she was happy, and then she was like, and then elated, and her brain is blowing up now. Yeah, that is literally happening in front of you.
And this guy killed one of the monkeys.
We didn't mean that.
So if you say that out loud, she's like, oh, we didn't need to kill him, did we?
It was an accident, but don't worry, most of them survived.
I don't know why we just volunteered that info.
Yeah, she like shrugs and is like, the cost of business, I suppose. I'm sad to hear it, but well, there are plenty more out there.
Don't
She
but don't worry, it went out with a bang. So was-
she looks among all of you and she's like, "What's your plan now? You can't stay here. There's no way Quentin isn't going to try and use whatever wealth he has left because it's not going to be coming from the casino. But if there's one thing I know, it is he is vengeful."
Nathan, she's like, well, I have a temple to get to wrap up some matters there. And that she still has like the Minotaur skull minus one horn because she did give one horn to Trent. Kind of like, and she's like, and she pulls out like the fucking greatsword. She's like, and I gotta sell this, but I can sell that at the temple. It's fine.
She chuckles and is like, "Yeah, I assume your safety for no more than a day or two before Quentin is able to gather himself and hire new goons. Despite what he may or may not be, he is well connected."
And you should be like, well, I don't see us staying here for much longer now that we have delivered. And Nath sticks her hand out to shake Verity's hand.
Verity takes your hand and goes, "Well, before you go, I do believe there's the matter of payment. I'll be honest, I was not expecting to have to make this after hearing about the she starts to say betrayal, stops herself and goes, leak of information."
Blunder.
I think in a way Nath kind of like holds up her hand and like huddles everyone together and is like, it doesn't feel right to take the full amount.
She hands you the full purse. What you do with this now is going to be between you guys, but she hands you the full purse.
Nath would like to give her half back.
No.
No.
Yes.
No. You can give your portion back if you want.
We have to take responsibility for everything that happened.
Yeah.
It's a job done. We did what we set out to do.
Not only did we get the job done, but it was even harder.
I feel like we are ignoring a very obvious thing that happened here. Feels right to give half back.
Feels right to give one person share back.
Yeah.
And I say to Nate specifically, but not yours. Not
Nope.
after everything you did there. And I like
Nate kind
take
of shakes
the
her
coin
head.
purse that's yours and close my hand around it in your hand. You've earned this.
No. She gotta take responsibility for the actions of the group somehow. If no one else will give up half, Nath will hand back half of her coin.
I look to Trent.
I also awkwardly look at Trent.
I'm just drinking my mimosa, man.
Yeah, so I mean, everyone is able to take what money you want. She does take it back, obviously. She's not, crazy. But yeah, take your portion, take your share.
What? How much was it?
Yep. I'm going back because I also don't exactly remember. She would have offered
200.
That's what I thought, but let me double check. What is she gonna give you?
200 overall or 200 each person?
It's gonna be because you guys passed the check.
Is it
50 in advance and 50 after?
Yeah, so
And I didn't take my advance.
yeah, it's 100 gold piece. Gold pieces a piece, which is a dumb way to word it.
Okay.
But I think you did get past the check, so it would be 150 a piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
I vaguely remember you guys have passed both checks.
Yeah,
this.
I only took 20 up front, but because that's all I
Alright.
had asked for. But yeah,
So I give her 75 back.
Yeah, so total, from this, you'll be getting 150 a piece, except for Nath, who's giving half back, so Nath will have 75.
So I get extra 100.
Correct.
I'm gonna take 90 of it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give her 10%.
Again, Verity doesn't fight any of that. She came expecting to pay this. It's a sunk cost to her.
Cam, you do know where your camera is looking, right?
Ah, yeah, look at that.
That's a great. I didn't know I hit 9.
Nope.
Wait, why is that looking over here?
That was awesome.
Nice.
Why do you have that camera there?
Hey! Hang on, here. Let me just take a picture of where that camera is, Pat.
Oh, I could see.
Yeah,
No, but like that's the thing. Like it's nowhere near where I am sitting.
So the other thing that's going to happen is Aridin,
yeah,
for going first, you feel more capable.
Only Pat
For
gets
going
the
first
full
in that kind of improv-y session, you get a feat.
I have
shit.
2 of them.
I love.
Hooray.
Yep. So you're gonna have another feat. You feel more capable. You feel like what you did was extraordinary in some way. Nath, you're gonna be getting an item. It's the one that Mask handed to you. But
Okay.
I want to make it in character, and I want to make it like so. All of a sudden, like you remember that memory, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, yeah, he did give me that, and you realize it's been in your pack the entire time, and you've just kind of forgotten about it.
Are you improving all this shit?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not made of anything. I did that on my own.
Yeah.
What is this item? Let's see.
I meant like more like the reward portion of it.
Oh yeah. Everything is
Yeah.
completely.
I just wasn't sure if we already had this already prepared like before this.
I mean, I'll tell you kind of where I got this from, in general.
While you're looking that up, do I just go to my builder and I add a feat, or?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. Correct.
Under
so
the features and traits tab, if you go all the way over its feats and then manage feats, you can add one.
Okay, under the equipment tab.
Yeah, you took a level in Rogue though. You didn't take a feat though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't get a feat. Now you have one.
Yeah.
It's under add items.
Do you see it, Jesus, on my stream? I have it pulled up. So features and traits, feats, manage, and then they'll be on the right side.
Oh,
And
I went to the character builder thing first.
Yeah. No. There was a lot of feats. You probably are gonna want to research.
Yeah, you're gonna want to take some time. This is not something that
It's
you're
not
gonna.
something that's right.
I know, but I'm gonna need to open this to actually know which ones I have available. I wasn't just gonna pick right now. Just before we went, I want to know how to actually look for it.
Spell Sniper sounds dope as fuck if you have that one.
Yeah, I heard really great things about that.
I don't care what it does, it just sounds dope as fuck.
No, it means like I could take spells that I can't cast as a
double
wizard.
range? Shit.
Isn't that what it means, Parker and Pat?
I mean, I'm not gonna
And
lie.
Bo?
Warcaster also isn't a terrible thing for a wizard either. Like, because it also lets you use your spells as a reaction as well.
Okay. So this is what he's given you. How many attunements have you used?
None.
Okay. You realize that the thing that you really forgot about was he provides you a bracer of flying daggers.
Okay.
I don't. Let me know if it isn't.
I do not have.
Wait,
that.
Bo, your armor doesn't need to be attuned?
No, it doesn't.
No. Okay. So, as an action, you can draw 2 magical daggers and immediately hurl them, making a ranged attack with each one. They're magic, so they're not regular physical damage.
Okay.
And you have a never-ending supply of magical daggers.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Feels like something the God of Thieves would give you.
Certainly.
Feels pretty dope for you.
Yeah.
Now you can beat people's skulls in after you throw daggers at them from a distance.
You also know from that as you become more proficient under his guidance, this would just be something that like you kind of remembered after seeing this. That yeah, if that kind of continues, you know that item essentially can be preyed upon and upgraded with him.
Hell yeah.
Your ranged spell attack ignores half cover and 3/4 cover. Oh, okay, never mind. I was just reading that wrong.
And Cotterus, I already messaged you.
Oh shit.
And well, I haven't given you the details. You're gonna find that out later.
You're gonna get a bag full of coal because you're in bad boy.
And Trent, for that, I want to give you
A swift kick in the nuts.
he
Hey,
gave me.
I played along well.
You told me to fuck you.
Yeah, but you
Nope,
deserved
it.
Okay, in my head that didn't seem like I did not mean it. However, which way you guys took it, I don't even know how you guys are taking it. That was such a shit question. So it was more of like just a deep interpersonal question.
I think it's the wording that really threw you there.
Yeah.
It's more of I was just telling you about my wife dying, and you're like, did you move on though?
So you get Trent. Can you see this item? Is it Eyes of Minute Seeing?
How would I be able to see that? Manage inventory?
In D&D Beyond. Yeah, so add inventory item.
Eyes
of Minute Seeing.
I sure can.
Yeah, so you have that now. You kind of reach into your pocket and pull them out. So yeah. That's what you acquired during this little thing.
Is based off of my understanding of this. This is essentially like a fucking monocle.
Yeah. You kind of put up your monocle, and if you're examining something, you have advantage on investigation checks.
Cool.
You're doing the investigation. You're trying to solve a murder. And that's what I have for you today.